if I don't hit you, you don't attack me. That's right. Thank goodness I didn't boop it. I don't get used to how corporate employment works, but now I kind of get it. Yeah. Is that layoff, pals? Nah, I wasn't part of a layoff. I literally knew too much about like the embezzlement that had happened. They basically like got rid of all the previous employees and shit, and kind of like, I don't know. Like I said, I implemented like a whole bunch of systems and shit that kind of like, because the place that I was working for, they had like multiple people doing like the equivalent of half a person's workload. Like they had overemployed the position kind of thing. And I'm like, literally most of the time they were just kind of like filling in their day and trying to, oh, fuck off, bro. They were trying to like not be bored, but also kind of like stretch out the work to make it look like they were busy because they weren't and stuff. And I came in and I'm like, I'm not that kind of a worker. I'm just like, I like to be kept busy with my work and help others and shit. So I just came in and I just started actually doing the job in the amount of time it actually took to do the job. And where is this fucking trader thing? There. All right, we got to go up a bit. Yeah, and then once I finished what I was doing, I'd be like, does anybody else have stuff to do? And I'd help them with like completing their work and stuff because, yeah, I had free time and could do it. And after a while, I ended up taking on like multiple different departments worth of work. And I had like the fucking, what do you call it? I had 7 branch managers under me and a few hundred employees and a few hundred sites. I had to kind of manage the workload of and stuff. Just why whenever anybody's asking about, you know, how I deal with RimWorld and stuff, it's easy money compared to like the job that I had. Honestly, the job that I had wasn't that difficult either. It's just that I was reaching a capacity of like, I need another human to implement to actually manage like the amount of workload kind of thing. And yeah. Oh, fuck off, bird. I see you behind me. I'm not going to be able to kill you. You hit me, I'm going to die. Probably. Lucky. I'm headed for the trader. So we're trying not to die for a moment. There's a chicken. I hadn't seen a chicken for a while. Do you know how fucking prevalent these chickens are in all the other fucking versions? I don't know where that guy's going. There you go. Physics. But yeah, no, I don't know. I did a lot in that company and then basically went through a mental breakdown for a couple of years after the fact. Just for, I don't know, I feel like it's just like used and thrown away kind of thing. And that was kind of like the last straw on top of everything that was going on. And yeah. And after like 2 years of being in a mental breakdown, I like recovered enough to exist and start trying to like stream and shit, which is nice. Plus also I had to go through like a fair bit with like my health and crap as well. That was pretty difficult. Once back into happily tackling both wolf flushes. No. You get your rest, Viking. You get your rest. Oh, man. I can see the shadow of another fucking bird. Why are there so many out here? I mean, it does make sense. Don't kill me, mate. I'm so close to the trader. Do they eat me? That's a good question. I guess not. I guess the birds don't keep attacking you after they've killed you. So, yeah. Alright. Where the fuck am I now? I'm in another fucking... Wait, this is a town. Huh. Okay, so this is a town here. I also realized when I opened this up, I'm like, I saw like this and I'm like, oh, that's like a towny area. I saw the buildings in front of me, but I didn't see it as quick as like I saw the markings on the... I'm not that far away. I could kind of get to it. What is this building? Tell us Wagon Falls, at least I'm going to go full flushes. No, you get your rest, Viking. You know, the other thing too is that I remember back when these versions had like the, you know, the dire wolves that were actually like a wolf shape and size and would scare the shit out of you because they were just like hiding in the shadows of the fucking grasslands and crap, you know? Like in the shadows, like there and stuff, they would hide because they're just like pitch black wolves and stuff. I like that. I also like how this building looks. It looks pretty good. I love how in all the editions that they have, they've never fixed that though. I do find that funny. For everything that they have bothered to fix in 7 Days to Die, that is what they didn't bother to do, like, ever. I've seen somebody else have this building as a house before, but it looks familiar. Pretty interesting to manufacture cloth on a powered loom. Not sure how I'd monetize that though. In this day and age, you would monetize it by, for starters, streaming on multiple platforms for people to like watch the process and stuff. Then of course, depending on what you're specifically manufacturing in the way of the cloth, you would proceed to sell that as well. So like you'd be watching a stream and somebody would be like, I really love that particular type of cloth that you're making and stuff, and they want to buy it, and they want to use it and stuff. Which of course would also mean that you'd have to make more of it, which means that they'd get to see more of it getting made. And then you'd put that around the internet as like, you know, it's like whatever they've made from it and stuff like that would also further advertise it and shit. That's how that shit works in this day and age. It's pretty easy. I just don't know, like, from the speed perspective of working with a loom, how much you could make in a amount of time and stuff, because like I think of it like this way. I know quite a number of people that knit and crochet and sew and craft things together, and so they have a very limited number of orders that they can fulfill. So because they're only human and they can only make so much. By the way, I love this tree. It doesn't exist in the other versions like this, and it looks so cool. Look at it, so shaggy. But yeah, no, like to compensate for the fact that they can't make a lot, they charge like a reasonable price for it to accommodate like the amount of time it takes to make and stuff. But if it's something that's like nicely made, good quality, stuff like that, and is like more so handcrafted and stuff, then yeah, it's usually worth the price and stuff. Like I saw just a video, I think it was on Instagram the other day, where this person was making like little, I'm gonna guess that they were crocheted perhaps, but there were these little tiny keychains, just like crocheted little like animal keychains and stuff like that, and they were cute as fuck. They were so tiny, and I'm like, each one probably doesn't take more than a couple of hours or an hour or so to make, depending on the complexity of the pattern and stuff, right? Because they're so tiny, and I'm sure that after a while, with some skill, it probably doesn't take very long to make. It's probably like an hour to crochet it, then like maybe another hour to stitch it together and stuff it and stuff at most. Like you could probably sit down and do a few a day and then fill them and then attach them to keychains and stuff, and it's a pretty good business. They've made like a size versus quantity thing work. I also like how the chrysanthemums look. I know it's a flat fucking image, but the image looks clearer on this. You can actually see the fucking flower. Look at it. It's like a rose just about. Look at it there. It looks so much better on this version. Even the pines look better. I know it's a flat fucking image, but like, sweet Jesus, even the color on those look nicer. God damn. I didn't remember there being shaggy trees, I'll be honest, but I think that they look cool. But yeah, it's in this day and age, it's pretty fucking easy to just about monetize anything. Where am I that we're cold? Let's have snow somewhere. I guess it's because I don't have any additional clothing. Is that a wolf? That looks an awful lot like a wolf. I know I've got this zombie dude here, but oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, you and me, wolf. Yeah, you're definitely a wolf, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, you look the same as, like, they haven't changed this at all. Give me my spear back. Get off the spear. Oh my god, it runs away. Oh, it runs away like the goddamn fucking coyote. The new fucking programming on the walls is they just sit there until you die. Like, they will kill you. This guy, though, I remember this guy. I always used to find him as the first zombie. He's so green. Like, he's a hoodie zombie. Alright, coming back. I see you coming back, Wolf. Ooh, okay. Hold on. You gotta stand off here. Fine. No, don't walk away. Yeah, that got it. Jesus. Oh my god, it crumpled. Oh, it crumpled so badly. Look at the back of its head. Oh my god. I love it. This is ridiculous. Particular appreciation for cheap tricks used to improve performance. Oh yeah. Oh man. That was so funny to me. It was so stupidly funny in, like, I can't even express specifically, but I think it's just that, like, the polygons kind of, like, fail to warp properly or something. That was brilliant. Is that a biker? Hold on. If that's a bike, I want to kind of have a quick look at you because I remember you changed a lot. Oh yeah, you got the huge beard. That's right. They used to have the big beard. Oh no. I want that back. Give me that. I remember these guys. I remember when they put them in, like, the heavy duty. I'm gonna have an issue getting that back, aren't I? Come on, mate. Just stay at a distance. Let me grab that. There we go. I don't know why I can't run. Let's find out how hard you are to kill. Don't hit me. I can't run away from you. Oh man, he's got fucking tattoos and everything. Why did they cover it up? Because they put him in, like, heavy duty leather armor and stuff, and I saw nothing wrong with the old style. Oh man. I do love the auto rebirth thing. I don't know if it does it on 1.0. Where am I? Oh, I'm right next to it. Hold on. Huh. This is, I think, where I originally spawned tonight, too. I was this close to a trader. What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't tried drinking the shitty water yet. I haven't even gone in and looted from the toilets and stuff yet. Hey, stop with that. Give me that back. Hey, Jaylee. You look like you're just, like, waking up. Alright. Oh, man, look at it. The old style building. Loading in slowly. I actually kind of like this slightly more open thing because I think you can shoot through it from inside, if I recall right. Hey mate, aren't you supposed to be one of the crawly dudes? I think. Oh man. I got this guy and the other one that's coming over the hill, the other female zombie one. I know you got bleed damage for me. It's really hard to tell the difference between that at the moment because I don't think anything's set me on fire, but it clouds up the screen so heavily. So much worse than I ever remember it being, and I'm curious if 19 does it to the same degree. I do appreciate that on this version they're all kind of like a greeny yellow tinged body. Like, as if it's supposed to be like a... Oh no, they do have that. Okay. Well, that was something. I vaguely remember they having, like, light dismemberment ability, but I didn't really remember. I remember coming up to this and thinking I could run through it and getting hurt. I also remember when barbed wire was actually useful and these fucking rubber spikes. And we got Joel's. Ah, a breath of fresh fucking air in the apocalypse. I miss the silly layout of this. I really do. I mean, some of his buildings in the desert do have something similar to this kind of design, but I don't get much out of the new age, like, labyrinth thing. How do I get up to that? I want to have a walk around. I love that, like, it kind of shows you what you can do with, like, the boardwalk thing, and, oh man. Let me up onto the turret thingy. I don't know if you can build around the trees like this. anymore. I feel like you should be able to. Maybe. Oh man. Actually, you know what? Hold on, before I go upstairs, these benches should be functional, shouldn't they? Yeah. Hold on. Oh no, destroyed. But I get the cement mixer schematic, so I can build one. And this is usable. Oh my god, I miss this so much. I miss being able to walk in and be like, okay, it's daytime. Let me quickly run to the trader and set up to make like some stuff. And where's the other bench? The chem station, there it is. You know when you used to run in and you didn't have these in your base yet? So you ran in and like made stuff and tried to get back before like nighttime? So great. Look at all the shit you can make. It's all, I feel like it's all on one page, but it's actually just there's that much. You can make moldy bread. Oh, I forgot you could make moldy bread. This was the thing you could have. Oh my god. Oh, it makes me so happy. And the herbal antibiotics are actually a really nice color. And look at the recipe thing. And are they colored each for it? No, they aren't. And beer used to have a fucking use. I used to actually use beer in the game a fair bit. The car batteries. Oh man. I also like how gunpowder looks. I know that when I was first playing this game, it was a little bit tricky because I thought that it had like the gunpowder plus the shells and stuff. But I like the fact that it was very clearly gunpowder, because I think at one point when it just turned to the little pile, it looks visually very similar to cement. And a lot of people would be like, I don't need cement yet, and then throw it out. And then be like shitty about it. Which, by the way, I haven't dropped anything recently, but what's stuff look like when I drop it? It's still baggy, but I bet it probably stays there for more than 30 seconds like the new ones do. And I used to use so many of these barrels. Wait, hold on. Still makes a noise. Good. Oh my god, my person. Oh, it's because she's over encumbered. I'm like, why is she so slow? I remember him having...
Your money is welcome here.
Oh, mate. I remember you having books in your bookshelf. Maybe that was 19. I feel like this was all full in 19. Like I said, I do want to have a crack at 19 and see how I feel about it. Because I did play 19 a lot, and I do enjoy the variety that I've got here for 18. I like the variety of zombies and the darkness and stuff. But if 19's dark, and I still have like a good amount of zombies... I think the thing is it does kind of like disappear a bit. What have you got? I feel like there's more tabs. Maybe there isn't, but I just feel like there is. I think it's because they're generalized traders, and he restocks on the 4th day. Is that today? Tomorrow. God, it's so nice not to have some cunt screaming at me when I walk into a trader. Like, I don't really need any of this stuff, but like it's a fair and reasonable price. And I just love the fact that you can walk in here and like that's an affordable-ish price to get a skull cap, you know? Sure, I don't have much in the way of coins, but like I feel like that's attainable. You know, the armor these days is like automatically into the thousands to get just about anything. I would love to have a sledgehammer. What else have you got? I also do find I miss this version when they eat. I haven't made my person eat yet, but they look like, I'm pretty sure if you're eating from a can, it looks like you're eating from a can. And if you're eating anything else, I think it looks like you're eating like a parcel or something like wrapped up. Can I afford some stuff? I should be able to sell this. Yes? No? Oh, I sold one. Okay. That's fine. I have an auger, which I don't need. I also don't need that for the moment. I will need an engine later, but I'm sure I should be able to find one. They're not as hard to get here. What else do I not want? I guess I don't really need blood bags. Blood bags used to actually be quite useful. No sell price, that's fine. They used to be quite useful because you used to, make them into medical kits. That's right. You actually used to use stuff with it. I kind of want to just buy one of these just to see her eat. We should be able to afford it. I also find it interesting that it's a dark grey. I got used to this being basically inverted. Okay, so we got the cornbread because I want to see her eat something. And the rebar. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to check if 19's got rebar and if it's got these kind of frames or not. Because I love them, I really do. It was something that went away that bothers me. But I'll find out. Mind you, depending on which version I end up playing on, it may not be the most stable with like integration. So that's fine. I'm going to make me some cornbread next time I see her. So I got to try cornbread like last year or the year before that. One of my partner's co-workers is American, and so his wife often tries to make a lot of the recipes from like, you know, his childhood and just America in general and stuff for him. And yeah, as an Australian, I had no clue what the fuck cornbread is, because it kind of looks like cake, but it also kind of looks like a scone, and it is kind of like a in between of the two, sort of. But the way that they made it with like brown sugar, I think, underneath it, which was actually pretty nice because it kind of like, when it cooled down, it kind of solidified like a bit of a crusty type thing. The cornbread is bussin' good. Good Lord. Yeah, it's pretty good. I was gonna say it's pretty okay, but I'm gonna piss off somebody with that. I thought it was alright. Just because like I had mine was like 4 days stale by the time it was made and taken to work, and my partner remembered to bring it home. It was like 4 days stale, so it was all right. I'm sure it's fantastic on like first day or fresh, but I didn't get it that, you know, so yeah. But at least I kind of like roughly know what it is. Oh, there's a whole gyrocopter. You can buy a whole ass gyrocopter from day 3. Wow. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I can get powdered armor actually. I might buy that because I don't have armor. It's a good old Johnny cake. And cornbread isn't something that you eat if you want to live forever. There's a lot of food like that. Also, if you eat what Google refers to as excessive amount of cornbread in one sitting, you're the worst constipation of your life. That's good to know. I will have to like, I'm going to mark that. I'll come back and like Google that later because I want to know how much is too much cornbread. Because I don't really fucking eat much to begin with on like any given day of the week. So I want to know how much is too much of food, because like I made scones last year because I made mulberry jam, and my mulberry jam didn't really fully turn into, wait, did I scrap that? No, good, I was wearing it. I forgot you get different layers of clothing. God, she looks horrifying, but it's so great. Yeah, I made scones because I made mulberry jam, and I hadn't made mulberry jam ever before. I'd never made jam, but I had made scones before as a kid, and I fucked up making the scones pretty bad, but they were still quite edible. But I still struggled to get through like one. I think I pushed myself to eat like 1.5 scone, and then I was basically like cactus for the rest of the day. But yeah, no, I don't fucking eat much, so that's a me issue. Which way's it's ran behind it. Alright, we'll head off that way. Facts. There's no fiber. Ah, okay. Well, you know, being completely sedentary and like not like getting up and walking around and shit will also do that to your bowels too, so yeah, that's also a fun fact. It's something they don't talk about when they talk about like how sedation, what do you call it, sedentary living and stuff and jobs kill you and whatever. That's the true silent killer. That's also why like anybody that does like heavy duty walking and cycling and stuff like that has no issues and has to like time their day around the bathroom breaks and stuff. I learnt this stuff like very, very recently, and I thought it was hilarious. I watched some video, because obviously I'd done like the really big stream, but then like I ended up, it was a 12-hour stream where I was basically sitting down for all but 15 minutes. And then I ended up still stationary up to the 16 hours total because I just went and did some editing and shit afterwards. But then I went into town. I spent like 5 hours walking around. Hey, it's a bunny. I spent like 5 hours walking around. I felt like I was like on drugs or something. It was the worst fucking experience going to the city after being like tired and having sat down for so many hours and then like walking around in like excessive crowds after not being outside for like months. And then I went up an escalator that was like incredibly steep, and it was just horrifying. And then we went up this lift as well that took us up like 30 something floors in like I wouldn't say a minute, it was less than that. But I just felt like I was on the worst fucking trip, and I don't do drugs, so I think I got to experience what it's like without like the entire experience. It was horrible. Would not do that entire thing together again. But yeah, I ended up watching a video afterwards because I was a little bit concerned about how long I'd been sitting down without taking a break properly. And I'm like, no, I think the 5 hours of walking in the city probably fixed me up anyway. I probably don't have to worry about it as much in that way. But there's other things that sitting like fuck up your veins and all sorts of shit. So yeah, I'm basically Googling, did cornbread do this to me while dying? And Google was like, cornbread causes constipation only in excessive amounts. I'd eaten nothing but cornbread for like 3 days. Yeah, well, that will do it. Oh my god, it's a roaming horde. I know this is going to kill me, but I just want to see how bad this is. Because I shouldn't be able to take this on at this level. I've been struggling with like one, but I want to see the different zombies. Cornbread is good, okay? Look, I understand like wanting to like lock down on something. I could definitely tell you guys, like if there's somebody that has like a what do you call it? Inflammatory bowel disease. There we go. I was trying to remember what it was while I was fighting this guy and looking at the rest of them in the background. I have inflammatory bowel disease, right? And like, so I have to be like pretty careful with like what foods I do and don't eat and stuff. And one of the things I found is like I love really ultra spicy food, and regardless of how sedentary your life is, you might want to just like throw in some extremely spicy stuff because that will keep you just as regular. It'll counteract being stationary to the degree that makes you normal, kind of thing. It's so great. Sometimes you bowel disease while you catch zombies on fire. I mean, yeah, it's fine. If I can get some of them to get like a burn damage going. I love that one of these sounds squeaky, but the female zombie's like way back. I thought it was maybe this guy doing it. I'm actually not doing too bad as far as this group goes. I've only been hit like maybe once. You know. What's it? You gotta shake your guts loose. Yeah, you gotta kind of do that, unfortunately, for your body to work. Like, I remember I'm not allowed certain medications and stuff like that because it prevents the contraction of my intestines and stuff from working properly. And you don't want them to like not work and then like stuff to get stuck or like lose blood flow or anything like that. There's a whole thing that I have to be mindful of with my condition. But yeah, no, I just I don't know. I just find it funny that you can get it from city too, and it's not something that's said. Like, everybody talks about how it will kill you if you sit down too long and stuff, but nobody talks about how it's going to get somebody full-blown constipated if they sit down for too long, to the point they probably have to go to like a hospital or something, you know, because that's apparently what's supposed to happen. Oh man, come on. Oh my soul, if the world could all eat deep south cooking, cornbread included, this would happen in hours. See, I would like to try, there's a few different dishes that I've wanted to try, but like at the same time I haven't been able to have them in like the last decade because I haven't been able to eat like a lot of common meat and stuff, and a lot of them got like various meats involved, or like the whole point of it is a meat and stuff. And yeah, I can now, and we're like slowly working on it, but food also is pretty expensive these days, so it's slowing me down a bit. There's one more over there, but I don't think she was part of it. Oh, that was actually pretty good. I think I got like, I saw a level 7 pop up at one point. I don't know what level I actually am. Oh no, yeah, no, 7. I have so many points, I haven't allocated them yet. The other thing too is there should be sexual Tyrannosaurus in here still. Yeah, there we go. Specializing in unleashing the relentless assault of blows, guaranteed to leave your prey slack-jawed at your unyielding stamina. Ah, man. I remember we used to put points in this as like the first thing, and I am going to. I also want Pack Mule. I would like Skull Crusher later, but the mining could be good. Let's be good for this. I also wouldn't mind Master Chef for some stuff. There is some perks in here that I want, like the salvaging. Lockpicking was actually useful back in this version because it would take too long to break something. I won't hit that up this time. What else have we got? There's healing. Cardio would be nice, although moving off the land would give me some crops. What else we got? We got From the Shadows. These used to be good. Paco was good. Daring Adventurer. Better bartering could be great. Oh, was it? Blackness able to forge other metal objects. You can't craft forge items. Yeah, okay. Grab that. This doesn't mean that I can craft a bench. I can craft a bench already, but I'm just saying. Distraction Smart. You remember to point away from the pull to trigger. I can craft stun battens if I do that, and I wouldn't mind that, but I'd actually really like sledgehammers. I'd like to go with sledgehammers. I normally go with whatever weapon the game gives me first, and I haven't really got any specific special weapon yet. I'll leave a couple of points because I don't know what else I want to do with them yet. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably go sledgehammer if I don't find a decent weapon soon, because I normally just let it pick whatever it wants. You know. I get whatever gun or weapon it gives me, and then I just go down that sort of tier, but I sort of feel like playing specifically with sledgehammers. I think it'd be fun. The diabetes might happen. Diabetes are already happening to many people, so I don't think that's any exclusion. I probably should have got some cardio. That's fine. I don't need it. I haven't had fried okra in a long time, miss it. I've never had fried okra. I've never had okra in general. It's not something we can get here. Like, I'm sure we can get it somewhere in Australia, but I haven't naturally come across it in like any kind of like produce related store. Because I remember looking for it ages ago. I used to play WoW and used to have okra in it, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. So obviously, like, I looked it up. I learned it was food. I was like, oh, cool, you know. I'd like to try it kind of thing, because it was something you could get in your game. And yeah, it's not something we can get locally here. I've seen all kinds of recipes. I've also seen it sent up in some shows where it gives people like horrendous gas and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know if that's factual, but I'm like, I find that funny if that's the case. Oh my god, this bird's nest is literally like in the ground, buried. There's actually a few of them here. I'm not quite sure where I'm going out into here. I thought I had a marker up to about here. I guess I want to see if there's a town for the most part. And it sort of feels like there's a road going this way, so I'm going to follow it. You know? If it happen, might as well make it worth it. Yeah. Alright. I love these shaggy trees. They're so stupid. Sorry, I gotta go cut one down. I don't know if this is in 19. Fuck off, mate. I'm dealing with a tree. Look at it. It's so thick. They don't have thick, luscious trees in fucking 19. I don't know about 19, but they don't have it in Release. I'll tell you that much.